Guys, welcome back to Red and Blue News. I'm joined by Jill and Charlotte Ferguson from Crystal Palace Ladies. Charlotte, welcome to Red and Blue News.
Hi guys.
I understand you've got a big event coming up. Tell me about the bike ride.
Yeah, so I work for the foundation too, associated with Crystal Palace, and I decided to bravely ride 100 miles in aid of them to try and raise a little bit of money and raise the profile of the foundation.
So it's 100 miles. Where's it going to?
So 100 miles, so we're starting in Stratford and we're going all the way through the Surrey Hills, around and over, and then we're coming back up to finish in the Mall.
Box Hill included?
Box Hill and Leith Hill included.
Are you mad?
I believe so. That's what I've been told. So
tell us about your training for this event.
So I play in goal. So obviously, spending 4 hours on a bike and playing in goal don't go hand in hand. So it's kind of had to be a bit of give and take. So I've tried to train as well as kind of ride my bike. So I've been doing sort of 30, 40 miles in the morning, and then I've been going to training in the evening, which has been pretty tough because I'm pretty tired now. So it's been pretty knackering, but I've tried to get a few long rides in. I've only done a 50 miler. So I think this weekend I'm going to go for 70. And I'm hoping that that'll do me. So that's what one of my friends said, just do a 70 miler, and then by the time you get to the event, the 100 miles, because you're with everybody in the kind of atmosphere and the adrenaline will kind of get you through it. So that's what I'm hoping.
So this must be helping your pre-season fitness, eh?
I mean, endurance-wise, I'm doing well. I'd like to think I'm doing well, but I'm a goalkeeper, so I need my explosive strength. So it's quite difficult to keep the two in hand. So I'm looking forward to being able to, when I'm done the cycling, focus a bit more on the football-related elements and try and get a bit more explosiveness back.
So how can the guys on the Red and Blue News page help you?
You guys have already got my fundraising page on the page already. So if anybody is listening to this and wants to share my page, that would be great. If anybody wants to donate, as little as possible is great. Anything towards fundraising would be really good. And anything anybody can do to help in terms of that would be really great.
So this is obviously for the Crystal Palace for Life Foundation. So tell me about your role within the foundation.
So my role within the foundation, I'm just finishing off my physiotherapy degree. So I do a little bit of physiotherapy with one of the college programs that we run. And I also do some goalkeeping coaching. And I also do some outfield coaching. So I'll be working on the coaching camps coming up in the summer. So we just developed a new coaching camp in the summer, Train Like a Pro. So if you've got younger kids, that goes for anybody, can send their younger kids onto camps at various venues. So we've got ones at Bishop Justice in Bromley, in Carshalton, Selhurst, things like that. So you can go on the website and have a look at that.
Good stuff. Joe, any questions?
Yeah, so the Palace Ladies side of things itself, is that a part-time, or is it what sort of working structure is it?
So the ladies rather than the ladies at the moment, some people are further kind of involved in terms of the WSL preparation. So a lot of girls now are going to be involved a little bit more heavily. So we were only training 2 times a week, but now because we got into the championship, as it were, they're kind of going to up the ante. So it's because we've only just got our promotion, we were a bit late after everybody kind of got it, and then there were a few things, Sheffield dropped out and things like that. Because they've only just got it, it's a bit up in the air about what's going on and what might happen and things like that.
So what status are you as in a footballer? Are you a professional?
So it's kind of hard to answer that question.
Semi-professional. Yeah, if you're still working, you have to have another job.
All the girls have another job. I'm just playing for the reserves at the moment, so I'm kind of further down the monkey ladder than some of the girls. But some of the girls, everybody has another job as well as playing. Yeah. So they kind of train 3 or 4 times a week, and then they'll do their job and kind of train in the evenings, which obviously is difficult compared to the men who get to. Basically, all they do is train. Everybody else kind of has to find their time in. So some of the girls, bless them, work city jobs. So they're in at 8, don't finish until 6, and then they barely get a chance to get off the train before they're at training. So it's quite difficult to fit it in. And as we're coming up the leagues, obviously more training means less time to do everything else. So to have a social life and to be able to do things out with football and work is difficult.
Okay, and finally, once again, how can our guys off our page assist you?
Just for my ride, I'd love it if people can just share my page and then just have a little look, have a little follow, watch this space. There might be an interesting photo coming tomorrow. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm down around the training ground tomorrow with my lycra on, so you might see some interesting photos coming out tomorrow.
Actually, before we do, I'd like to know where you were when you found out that the decision had been reversed and Palace Ladies had been promoted.
So where was I? I was at work. I think I was at work. I'm going to go with being at work because that's where I've been for the past 3 weeks. So yeah, probably at work.
And I bet your group chat. You must have.
All the girls. Yeah,
I bet the girls were going mad.
Yeah, everyone was going mad. So it was like really good to hear that everyone was going mad.
So what does it feel like? Going to be playing away at Spurs and?
I mean, all the girls.
Aston Villa.
All the girls are really excited, and I think all the club staff as well are like really excited, and I think everybody's just looking forward to the challenge. But I think everyone's a bit like apprehensive because we're a few weeks behind in terms of like preparation. So the backroom staff, like all the coaching staff, are having to work like extra hard, and they've done so well to get themselves to get everybody in a position where we're able to accept it, and also the men's club for backing the funding as well, which has been really great. So so I think everyone's worked very, very hard, and it's kind of deserved of the commitment and the work that people have done behind the scenes, because some people you don't realise how much work some people have done, and they kind of go unnoticed. So to all the backroom staff and everybody that's worked really hard on the bid, everybody's like really thankful that everyone's work, their kind of socks off, and that's the same for everybody else. Everybody works their 9 till 5 job, and then they still got all their commitments at the club to do as well. So everyone's worked tirelessly to try and make it happen.
So what's the club's aspiration for next season?
I think just to do as well as they possibly can do. So, and I think with a bunch of girls that that are here, I think they're going to do very well. So I hope everyone is here to work hard, and everyone will try their best, and everyone will give everything for the Palace shirt. So hopefully we're on to a winner. So yeah.
I've got you live on camera, as you can see. So I need you to make a commitment to Jill and I that you will promise me that you'll come on the show this season.
I promise that I will come on the show this season. You've got this on camera, and I also promise to drag some girls on it as well, so it won't just be me.
Have you seen the comments you've had just for today?
Yeah, it's been so nice. Like even some people I didn't know. Like so I coach one of the kids I coach's dad put on the thread, like good luck and things like that. So some of the guys I didn't even know. Like it's just weird how like all the social media kind of like everybody's kind of in one. It's so good, and honestly, everyone's been so helpful, and so I can't thank everybody enough who's already donated, and everyone's been so thankful. And like even doing this, obviously, is going to raise the profile, so it's really good. And it's not just me that's doing it; so there's 19 other people, including my old man.
Really?
So my old man's doing it with me, so I dragged him out to do it as well. So he was just like, "Oh, if you're going to do it, I better do it." So he's done it before, though. He did it about 4 years ago.
Nice.
So, but he's just a bit nervous because he hasn't been able to train so much because he's basically a workaholic and doesn't leave work until 11 p.m. at night. So try and fit training in doing that. So
more commitment.
Yeah. So my dad basically works from 8 till 11. So living with that is interesting. But yeah, he's going to try and get along. And then we've got Donald, the deputy CEO of Palace Life, is also going to do it. So we've got one female member of staff and one male member of staff. And I just thought it was really important for me to kind of promote the female in sport kind of thing, because I think a lot of the time the males kind of do it, and like cycling especially is kind of like
macho
kind of, yeah. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do it and see what happens.
So now the profile has been raised within the club as a whole for female football.
Yeah.
Do you anticipate more interaction with the first team players? Do you have much interaction at the moment? I mean, obviously it's very new.
Yeah.
And I know that the Premier League is a bit of a bubble, but you're part of the football club.
It's definitely a bubble, and I think where like we don't share any of the facilities or anything like that, it's a bit difficult. But I know that like some of the men are like quite supportive of us, kind of in terms of like, I know that they do kind of follow and they know kind of what's going on, but I think it's just difficult because it's just at the moment it's kind of two
new.
sides. Yeah, and it's quite new. So
yeah.
you might maybe come ask this question next season, and it might be a different answer. But at the moment, because it's just two different paths, we don't really cross paths that often. Like I think sometimes if people do media and things like that, then they get a bit of exposure and they talk. So and it might be quite nice just to kind of get a bit more involved and kind of see like us kind of coming a bit more closer. But I think as the as the championship season gets kind of in full flow, we might see a little bit more kind of from that
we
side
have quite a few first teamers that are highly active on social media.
Yeah.
PVA massive, obviously Wilf and you know and Andros and the like. So you only need one or two of those to start taking a little bit of notice and helping out. And I think that way, that you know, it will really take
definitely. And I think like the likes of you guys, because you've got an international page, you get people from all over the world.
Exactly,
like, that's going to really help in terms of people just don't know outside of the UK. Women's football isn't so kind of big in terms of people know that it's up and coming here.
Yeah.
So like, loads of people now have come from other countries to come and play here, whereas before it was quite kind of an English-based.
So
there wasn't that much.
Got any international girls out there?
So there's a few who are currently there's a few Northern Irish, but does that count? Kira.
Kira.
Yeah,
from
so
across the wall,
Kira and Pammy, and then I'm trying to think if we've got any. We haven't necessarily got any in at the moment, but watch this space. There might be more coming in because of obviously the status we're
Players
going
to
to
look out
attract.
for? Who's your centre back?
Players to look out for.
Who's the centre back? I see her just she rolls her foot over the ball and then stops it and then has a little look about. Always
that?
looks like
Was
she's
that
got
Hannah?
loads of time.
Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah, I think it's Hannah.
Hannah,
Yeah.
she's a new signing, so she looks great.
She looks
I
very
think
good.
she's come from Reading, so I think she's got WSL experience. So and there's definitely, I'd say there's definitely a few to look out for, but obviously it's like fresh, so we'll just see.
How many players of her experience have we got? Have you guys got reps around you? I remember you said her.
Yeah, there's quite a few players. So like they just signed Ashley Hink. She's come from Millwall, so. So she's.
Well, I think you've just found yourself 6,000 new Crystal Palace ladies followers. Okay, so make sure you're active on the page because they will interact with you. I'll make sure that they interact with you. Charlotte Ferguson, Crystal Palace goalkeeper. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.